Yo, Shalom. This is a warrior from the Modesto, California Israelite camp. Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKakodash. Double honor to the apostles, and those great millstones. Shalom to hopefully elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing the word, in truth, and in sincerity. All right, Shalom to all the sincere believers. All right, working out your salvation with fear and trembling. Shalom. You know, this Isaiah 14:1. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will have mercy on Jacob. All right, so hey man, those of us that know and understand that this is the truth, all right, and you know, there's being revealed what is required, all right, mercy is unto you, all right. The Lord revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets. All right, the Lord, he giveth his laws and his commandments to Israel, have not done so with any other nation. All right. So being able to see the truth, okay, that's mercy from Yahweh by Shemiah Shai. All right, which should motivate you to want to perform and put in the work necessary and required to be delivered from the coming destruction. All right, Isaiah 14:1, for Yahweh by Shemiah Shai will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Right, Israelite foreigners, right? Because you're going to have Israelites that look like other nations, all right, but they're going to understand that this is the truth, all right, and the Lord is going to move them to repentance, and they're going to take hold of, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, it's going to be given to them. Spirit of the Lord is going to open their eyes, all right, to be able to see what's what. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. That's talking about the other nations. All right, then the actual heathen. Okay, when the Lord returns, he's going to destroy this society. All right, this global society. And restore Israel to its former glory. All right, the Lord's actually going to come, with so-called spaceships, so-called UFOs, right? And actually pluck up the elect from off of the earth, out of the destruction. And everyone else that's left here is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles, all right, by lasers from the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, the so-called spaceships. This is actually going to happen. This is prophecy. The spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Right? Because this devil works you to death. All right? Especially, um, if you're not here so-called legally, you got to do these farm jobs and rely on your offspring or your family members to take care of you in your old age, hoping that you have such things to be able to help you. Other than that, you'd have to work to death. All right. And either way, Esau is taking away, these people's pensions and 401ks, your retirement savings and all that good stuff. Right. Because Esau's whole thing is that he just wants to make everyone a perpetual slave, man. Especially you Israelites. You Israelites are the ones working the hardest jobs, doing the longest hours for the least pay. Right. And yeah, that's what it means, you know. When he shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy, because what do you, yeah. You're afraid of poverty. You're afraid of your woman leaving you. You're afraid. There's all kinds of fears. Being killed in the street. Esau locking you up. It's all kind of fears out here, man. Says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. All right. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, right? Because you Israelites, you don't know who you are. All right. The majority of you, 2/3 of Israel, are not going to receive it because Esau's constantly pouring upon Jake his enchantments. All right. Keeping you Jakes in that dumbed down, wicked ass state of mind. All right. And that's literally due to witchcraft and enchantments, man. Or, America, Babylon, they lay it on you, Jakes, man. And they primarily target, the Southern Kingdom. And that spirit overtakes you no matter where you're at. You looking at different media or whatever, you say, oh yeah, this how Jake is supposed to act. This is how we're supposed to be. And it puts those demons on you. All right. And shit. Uh um, to this day, his foot is on the neck of the Northern Kingdom as well. That's why you just had President Donald Devil Trump, do this strike on Venezuela. And now Trump is saying, well, America's gonna rule over Venezuela now. We're gonna run the country. All right. And what's that for? Well, it's so that he could take the oil. All right. Because if you're a country that wants to have a sovereignty, Esau, and you have something Esau wants, he's going to demonize you and then justify himself in destroying you. He's going to do the same thing to us. All right. Because he wants to get rid of us because he doesn't want us bringing out this truth. All right. Exposing this dude for who he is. All right. What is he gonna do? Demonize us so he can justify himself and coming in to try to destroy us, man. But the Lord is actually gonna intervene, you know, and show His power, you know, as it tells you in the Romans. So John 10:10, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Right? So Yahweh Shai, you know, he became that ultimate sacrifice for us to be able to walk this path, all right, and be able to reconnect with the Most High, man, reconnect with the power through Yahweh Shai. He's the mediator, all right. He's the one, he's the link, between us and the ultimate power source, the Most High Yahweh, right? So Yahweh Shai did that for us. And you know what I mean? He said, if you want that power, keep my commandments. All right. Keep your eyes single, keep your eye on the prize. Make sure that you're all about this truth. Build up, you know, and when you're built up, lay it on thick, man. You know, gather your information, get your understanding, and then apply it, bro. All right. Now it's high time to really apply all the things that you've learned. All right. We're in 2026. It's starting off with a bang. All right, this guy invaded Venezuela to steal their oil, right? So yeah, the same thing that this devil always does, and eventually, and these nations already are tired of it. That's why they're working around, the beast and trying to build their own currency and everything to oppose the beast because these nations are tired of all the theft. They're tired of having all their shit stolen. You know, uh, uh, They're crying out after the thief, just like this guy. It's the same dude in Job 30. It said they cried after them as after a thief. All right, because they did the same thing during the Roman times. Went around, stealing everybody's shit, conquering everybody, putting them underfoot, ruling over them, viciously. Which that's what Esau does, and Americans don't understand it because the media that they pump out to you demonizes whatever country they want to demonize, and gets you on there to be like, oh yeah, they're doing this, that, and this, so we need to go and they're giving you this morally just, cause that everybody can get behind, but in reality, it's really just to steal their shit. It's really just to go over there, put his foot on their neck, and take the shit that they have. All right, that's what he does. He justifies his means. All right, through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper. All right, and Esau loves his different policies. Right, his paperwork. All right, this is how this guy operates, man. You know, so yeah. Um, I mean, I got some other stuff I could think about, but that's pretty much it's pretty much a good little sit down video right there, man. Is hey, it's time to perform. It's time to really perform, man. Forget about this world. This world is out. This world is through. All right. Just focus on the mission. Um, put out these videos. Save your money. All right, work. Um, be responsible. You know, be sober, be vigilant. You know, really buckle down and tighten up. So hopefully that's edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakodash, double honor to the apostles and those great millstones. Shalom to those who black.